Okay, this will be an interesting one. It's a picture for something that I absolutely despise, but it's a nice picture. We're going to use it anyway and see what we can get out of it. I don't know how big we're going to make it. We're going to see about that. So I'm thinking it's going to be 200%. It's a nice picture, nice illustration. Not illustration like a hand-drawn picture. I mean, illustration is probably the wrong word. Nice photograph. Let's see how we go. Making it look good. Repurposing it from the original purpose it had to something more beneficial. Let's see how we go with it. What is it? What do we got? We got here, In the Stars. It's basically a horoscope. Discover your ideal hideaway, whatever. It's basically a horoscope to help you choose your holiday, and it comes out of this one, Honeymoon and Destination Wedding Guide. Honeymoon magazine, but I don't follow horoscopes. I cross them out. I hate horoscopes. I hate anything to do with it. I'm not interested in horoscopes. I just like the picture. And horoscopes just don't... It's limiting when you're choosing your partner based on what star sign they are. Because there's only a few star signs. There can't be... It's too simple. It's simplified. It makes something as complicated as a relationship. It oversimplifies it, in my opinion. I just don't understand how you can just pick a relationship based on what star sign your partner has to be. Some people really fixate over this. They really worry themselves sick and silly trying to pick a partner based on what star sign. They say, oh, such and such goes with such and such star sign. Such and such clashes with such and such. And I just don't understand it. I don't need it. When I get married to Luigi, we're not going to have anything to do with horoscopes. They're ugly. They're horrible. Horror sounds like horror because they're not good. There's nothing good. There's nothing healthy about it. I think it can cause mental health problems. It makes people go mad, thinking they have to select their partner based on what fucking sign they are. You don't need that. You don't need that extra worry, folks. There are better ways of selecting a partner. And horoscopes just don't cut it. They just don't cut it. There's just nothing useful in it. But people do. People do base their relationships on what star sign they are. And it's silly. To me it's silly. I don't understand. I've never been interested in this shit. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to think it was fun, you know, with talking about the different star signs and what they mean, but that was just in my childhood. That was when I was a child and didn't know any better. But you got to grow up and realise that this is just stupidity. Trying to run your life around some primitive thing called star signs. Honestly, I just don't have any understanding as to how people can just run their lives basing it on something as silly and oversimplified as horoscope symbols. And they're no good. It's no good for your mental health, folks. There's no benefit. It just makes you mad. It just drives you up the wall worrying about things that you don't actually have to worry about if you're not interested in that sort of shit. It is shit. I'm sorry, folks, but I've got no interest in running my life, my own life and Luigi's life, based on some ancient, primitive star signs, images. I mean, it's just primitive. It's primitive and disgusting. It doesn't... I know it doesn't work for myself and Luigi, and we've just lost our settings, folks, because we've just gotten so het up with this topic. I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to do it as a still piece. I'm going to make it into a movement piece because I really hate horoscopes and I just want to make something funny. I want to take the piss out of it. Fuck it, I don't care. Sorry folks, I'm not interested in how people run their lives basing their relationships and shit on a bunch of ancient symbols, ancient primitive symbols. Honestly, I don't know where the fuck people think this has anything to do with modern living. It sure doesn't, in my opinion, folks. I don't have any interest in planning my life around a fucking bunch of archaic, shitty, non-living symbols. I have no interest in this shit, folks. I'm only using this as a piece of work in my demos. But basically, I don't like this primitive way people run their lives. And it doesn't help the planet, it doesn't help humanity, it causes mental illness for all I know. I haven't heard anything about people becoming mentally ill because of horoscopes, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, if it's happened, you know, because you just to me it just seems like madness trying to plan your life around a series of little symbols and signs and shit. And it just doesn't really, I don't understand it, folks. It's not something I really care about. I'm trying to make the world a better place, and I basically despise things like star signs, because a lot of people just run their lives basing it on these primitive signs and symbols and shit. Anyway, that looks like a good one we can use for our movement piece. But basically, I just have no respect for that sort of shit. I just found something falling out onto the floor. So now we're just going to make this into a nice little mirror image piece. But basically, I just don't have any idea as to why people do run their lives based on these archaic symbols, as I've probably repeated myself. I really hate horoscopes, folks. I just hate them. I do. I fucking hate them, folks. I do. I just don't have any care about... People always ask you, "Whoa, what's your star sign? When were you born?" It's like, fuck off. I don't want to fucking talk about my star sign. I'm against it. And people just want to fucking... me to just to blurb what my fucking sign is. I'm so over it, folks. I hate people pressuring me into divulging what my star sign is. And then, of course, when I say I don't believe in it, I don't want to say it, they then ask, "Oh, when was your birthday?" It's like, fuck off. Are you that stupid? Look, you're asking me what's my birthday because you want to extract what my fucking star sign is, as if I fucking want anything to do with fucking star signs. So I'm angry at this stupid system that people seem to, "Oh, I'm this star sign. What are you?" It's like, fuck off. Go fuck yourselves. Leave me alone. Stupid fucking horoscopes. Horror, as in horror. Horror. I don't want anything to do with horoscopes. Anyone who asks me that question, I just get so pissed with it. I just get so angry. So don't ask me what my fucking star sign is. I'm not interested. I don't want people to learn my star sign. I don't want people to know what I am. Fuck off. I don't say that to their faces, but I try my best to stand my ground. And I just feel this pressure from society to fucking divulge my fucking star sign. I don't want to tell you. And I'm not going to tell you on my fucking video when I was born or what my fucking star sign is. So go fuck yourselves if you want to know my fucking star sign. Because I don't believe in them, and I hate horoscopes, and I hate astrology. I hate any of that shit. I don't need it, folks. I don't need it, and I don't fucking want it. You can go fuck yourselves if you want to know what my fucking star sign is. Don't fucking bother me, folks, because I'm not interested in divulging what the fuck my star sign is just because you want to know, because I don't believe in it shit. I am against it. It is, to me, it is a form of evil. And because it's evil, that at least in my opinion, in my world, I don't want to have anything to do with it, folks. I want nothing to do with fucking star signs because I believe they're evil. They're evil. I'm not interested in evil. I want to do what's good for the world, not what's bad. And I'm sorry, you horoscope people. Yes, it sounds a bit offensive, what I'm saying, but I'm just being me. I'm just telling the truth about what I believe is wrong in my life and what is right. What I believe is right for myself is that horoscopes I have nothing to do with. Even just talking about what star sign I am and telling a person what it is because they want to know. Well, I just don't want people to know. It's none of their fucking business. Anyway, not the greatest demo on earth, but a good little rant. I think now we can say this rant is over.